Hey friends, welcome to this week's nursery tour. We may actually have had two this week. I don't even know at this point, but y'all, we got some gorgeous fall annuals in, and so I have to stop and bring them to you. We are having the most fun out here today because it is the official, when we're filming this, it's officially the last day of summer. And tomorrow, when you're watching this video, it is going to be the official first day of fall. So excited. And the good Lord was kind enough to give us like fall temperatures. We have a lovely breeze all day long, cooler, drier air. I am actually in kind of a long sleeve t-shirt. We have been outside working today here at the nursery all day. Our fantastic staff had, they texted me this morning, they're like, hey Jenny, can we get some hay bales and fun pumpkins? And I was like, yes we can. And so they worked really hard today putting together a really fun fall decor. Now you may be looking at this and you're like, well, why don't you have any flowers? Well, a couple of things. The flowers are coming, but it's windy and they're gonna water them in the morning and then place them. So when you come to the nursery, they even set up a whole little area in front of the water trough to have like a fun little photo session. So if you're gonna be coming today, which is when you're watching this, for Bolton's food truck, delicious burgers, you can come and have pictures made in front of the water trough. We have lots of beautiful flowers over there. Perfect little space for you to have some pictures made. We're not gonna go close, but can you see in the signature garden? Do you see something back there? Ha ha ha, a little teaser. That is what we were working on today. Jerry, Andrew, and myself were working on that today. That video is gonna be coming out on Monday morning. So excited about that. But it's been a very full day, as it always is around here. We had great customers and we had a delivery from our friends at King's Greenhouses, and Jerry said finally. Grayson, you did not hear that. Gorgeous, beautiful fall annuals. Jerry and I, of course, we are a grower retailer here in Dallas, North Carolina, meaning that we grow the plants that we sell. And we've gone back and forth, Jerry will grow some violas and pansies that we'll use here at the nursery, in the landscaping and all of that. But honestly, King's does such an amazing job growing their fall annuals, and their plants in general, but the fall annuals, we're just like, it is so much easier to order from them. They bring it to us. It's great. So we're gonna go through and show you the beautiful fall annuals that we got. Some other fun things, of course, sure, in there. If you are local, y'all, now is the time to come get the bums, the pansies, violas, because this is your best selection, right? I mean, my gosh, October is just right around the corner. It is go time. I know it's been warm, it's been hot. The temperatures seem to be changing. The season is changing. So come on out here and get all of your beautiful fall annuals to put your containers, your landscape, whatever it is that you want. Now, I love our ladies for a multitude of reasons, but they just do a great job staging. So as soon as you come in, you've got this beautiful display of grasses, mums, we've got mustard, we've got cabbage, we've got creeping Jenny, and then of course this side, this table is all violas. We have pansies over there. We'll get to that in a minute. But they give you a great idea of what you could do if you had a large container. Maybe you have a whiskey barrel, or you're like me and you have a wheelbarrow or a water trough. This is great. Do this and maybe put some violas down in front, and boom, you have got a beautiful, beautiful display. So we're just gonna walk through. We're really gonna spend some time on these fall annuals. So keep in mind, right, we are in North Carolina at Zone 7B. Pansies, violas, the cabbages, the kales, the mustards, the Swiss chard, all of that does really well for us in these cooler months. And they make great pieces in either a landscape or a container. I think you can probably really see the difference in these colors. So we have Color Up Purple and we have Color Up White. So these two, of course, are gonna be those more like a little flat saucer-like cabbages. And the cooler the temperatures go, the more color it shows. So these are nice, starting to turn that purple. Like you can obviously see who is purple and who is white. Just know that as we continue, hopefully this downward trend in temperatures, these are gonna brighten up, whiten up as it goes through. Wonderful additions to your containers. Then we have, this is the name just literally, Artemisia, just went out of my brain, right? Jerry's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's not even paying attention, y'all. Dusty Miller, but Dusty Miller's
new look Dusty Miller.
New look Dusty Miller, but a Dusty Miller is an Artemisia, yes? Yes, okay, so that's, I'm not losing my mind. And this will go through those winter months really, really well. And it'll keep rolling because it is a perennial for us, sun to part shade, and yeah, I mean, you use it everywhere like you do before. It'll get 9 inches tall and spread out 9 by 9 inches. Yes, great for the front of the border, front of the pot, depends on, you know, right there. But you've got that
green effect. This guy, some nice purple cabbage and a big Color Max yellow violas in the back.
There you go. So all of these are components and little pieces that we put together in the puzzle to make those gorgeous displays. So yeah, gorgeous. Coming on down, Kings also had some ivy. We've got the Proven Winners. This is the, well, Proven Accents, needle point ivy. So we have, I'll let Jerry just kind of come in here and show you the difference between the needle point ivy and then your traditional English ivy. This is Pittsburgh. You can see there's a lot of difference, of course, with the leaves. So Pittsburgh is a nice big fat leaf, where the needle point is skinny, and then we have Glacier. That too is a Proven Accents, a nice kind of a lighter green with that white edging on that. All of these are components. Obviously your ivy is going to be a trailer. Just as a side note, you know, plant these in sun or shade. It says sun to shade on both the Proven Winners, and I think the ivy, the Pittsburgh, is going to be the same thing. So these are going to, if you have a shade container and want to put those in there, there you go. We've got kale, we've got peacock red, we've got Winterboro. All of those different kind of kales in here will do the same thing. As the cooler temperatures continue and stay with us, these will get nice and big. Are you looking for a nice fine serrated leaf here, or do you want a nice big bulky leaf? Either way you want to go will absolutely work.
Another one that kind of,
yeah, it's a red boar. So this is, yeah, this is peacock red, and then there's red boar back there. And I mean, as I told Andrew when we were unloading, I was like, you know, Andrew, if you get hungry, I mean, we got Swiss chard, we got kale, we got cabbage, you know, just, we got mustard, just take a pinch and have a little snack. We got a couple of these, are 6-inch, 8-inch Swiss chard. Look at this, y'all. The color, yeah, bright lights, Swiss chard. So Swiss chard is, I mean, like you eat Swiss chard, but this bright lights is gorgeous because it makes a beautiful component piece. Obviously, this is going to be that thriller in a container. You can put it in the landscape, but these, I mean, this is gorgeous. Look at the stalks on that. The bright color, I just adore it. So, you know me, y'all better hurry up and get here. Otherwise, this is gonna end up in Jenny's landscape. But we do have also the Swiss chard, I think, in smaller containers. I thought we did. We'll find out. Of course, we got a fresh shipment of the Ms. America mustard because all the other ones were gone. I'm telling you, y'all have figured out, just like we have figured out, this is the component piece you need to have in your fall container. It is stunning because it has those big, huge, glossy, deep purple leaves on it. It just continues to grow and grow and grow throughout those cooler months. Now, if you'll notice, the outer leaves, and this is going to be true with all of these plants, whether it's the Swiss chard, the kale, the cabbage, those outer leaves start to show some wear and tear. And they're going to do that throughout the growing season. Just go in and you can either pinch it with your thumb or you can clip it with your clippers. Just clean up the plant every once in a while and you will keep that beautiful tip-top shape. It's not necessary, but I know some of you, you know, you don't like to have any fuss on them. We do separate the violas and the pansies. Violas, okay, so this is going to be, let me explain, because some people were, sometimes it can be a bit confusing on the difference between violas and pansies. All right, so violas is, think of it as the mother plant. All pansies are a type of viola. but not all violas are a pansy. I know. So the main difference between the pansy and a viola that you need to know as a consumer, as a gardener, is that, if you'll notice, look how sweet those little flowers are. I'm gonna let Jerry show you that right quick, and I'm gonna go grab a pansy because I want to show you the actual physical difference between the two, just really fast. I am a teacher at heart, so I like to show, I'm a visual learner, a visual teacher, so I want to show this to you. All right, so come back in here, Dear Bear. All right, here we go. Can y'all tell us the end? It's a Friday afternoon. We're getting a little chippy around here. All right, we got a viola, we got a pansy. Okay, so what's the difference? Violas have obviously a much smaller bloom than a pansy. They also have a smaller leaf. So if you'll notice, the leaf on the pansy is bigger. So this pansy has two blooms that are really blooming right now. Let me get this viola. Okay. This viola has 1, 2, 3, 4 that are like in full bloom. So it has double the amount of flowers on it than the pansy does. Now, is one better than the other? No, it is really a preference on what you like. Also, we have found that violas tend to be a little bit more heat tolerant and cold tolerant, which what that means for us is they bloom longer. Pansies in the south typically will kind of like take a break from blooming in the coldest parts of the months, and then they'll come back really strong in the spring. Violas are more consistent on their flowers as far as the cycle and blooming continuously. They both need full sun, moderate water. I don't really ever find the need to fertilize mine because, you know, if you start with great quality potting soil, use a little bit of compost up top, then everybody does well. But you can use a water soluble fertilizer on them if you need to. So we've got beautiful colors in violas. I love, this is the, what was this one? Sorbet, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Look how cute that is. Look at that sweet little delicate color on that. And then there's a lemon berry pie mix that has yellows and blues and creams in there. And a whole assortment of them. And then of course the classics, the clears, the yellows, the oranges. Mums, the first round of mums, they are really starting to pop with color. They are just beautiful and nice and big. These are all 10-inch mums in a terracotta container. So you literally can take it and you can put it on your front porch. Or if you're like me sometimes, I'll show you a container before we're done where Randy put them together for me. And I was like, don't even plant them, just pop the whole container down inside another container. Boom, you've got feather falls grass coming out. I mean, Cece is, I got the best ladies out there, I tell you what. Over here we've got pansies. We've got a nice assortment of pansies in today. Lots of fun colors. The one that I was showing you was the Grandio Beacon Blue. Like, look at that. Gorgeous, big, huge flowers on them. But we've got mixes, we've got yellows. This is a watercolors mix. Look at this. So pretty. And then there's a blue in there. It's not blooming yet. Lots of different options in here. So you've got your choice on the pansies. Another fun addition that you might want to think about as a fun different kind of texture in your containers. Let me pull this out. This is actually that golden hinoki cypress. If you let this and you keep moving it up, it'll get huge, right? But in a container, it stays nice and petite. This is basically a quart size container. Evergreen will keep that nice bright color to it. But as Cece had put in here, you know, it is with that mustard, gorgeous color difference, contrast is just lovely. Yeah, rosemary, that's what I was gonna say, I was looking for it. So you saw us do the 3 containers, the Western urns on the back porch, and we use that Chef's Choice rosemary. Y'all, think outside the box. You don't have to just be stuck to one thing that you've always known. just go have fun with color and texture. I do want Jerry to show you these beautiful red mums. I mean, my gosh, I love this. And then of course you've got that red cabbage with it. But look at the flowers on this thing. It is huge. And they're just now really starting to pop. So it's a great time to buy them because you've got...
I always have a lemon and red.
I know, and in fact, I was thinking about taking some home. Yes, I am. Jerry says no, but I say yes. We'll see who wins. All right. We got, I don't know how in the world we ran out of these. It's like we didn't restock with them. This is one, y'all, of my all-time favorite perennials. When we were unloading, I was talking to Cece and I was like, Cece, do you have this plant? She goes, no. I was like, honey, you need this plant. This is Ascot Rainbow. And Ascot Rainbow is a perennial for us. It is a spurge. I'll show you the tag. It is what we call a non-branded plant, right? So it's not a Proven Winners, it's not Monrovia, it's not Southern Living, but this is a beautiful euphorbia spurge that is going to be hardy. Let me get all my tags so I can tell you the exact dimensions here and all zones 5 to 9, right? So zone 5 to 9, it does bloom, but you're gonna get it mostly for the foliage color, and it will get some height in your garden. Again, as Jerry was so kind to bring over a Ms. America, put it in containers, y'all. And this is an evergreen, so even in the wintertime, you're gonna keep this foliage. You're gonna have that beautiful color. Let's see, he's scanning and trying to figure out what he wants to pair with it. This is a no fuss plant. Super easy. It will get to be about 20 inches tall, so it gets some height to it, but gorgeous. And for me, it has a fragrance to it. It's kind of a musky, I love it. I find it very soothing, and it's very faint, like it's not a really strong fragrance to it. So that's a lot of fun. I mean, heck, if you wanted to, just do a mix of colors with them. This is the Matrix Clear Mix. You really can't go wrong with whatever color you pair with that. But yeah, Ascot Rainbow is a wonderful perennial that I simply love and adore. Now, we also got super fun wave. So cool wave petunias. So these are going to, like, you have petunias. What did I say? You said petunia. I said petunia. It's not a petunia. It's a
wave petunia.
Yeah, it's a wave pansy. So it's from the same people. Dear heavens, y'all. It really is a Friday afternoon. We ate lunch at what time was it? Like 3:30?
I don't call that lunch.
Okay, we didn't have lunch, so we had a late afternoon snack. So we're running on fumes here. So y'all just gonna have to show me some grace for some things that I mess up. Cool wave pansies from the same people that do the wave petunias. So it is a pansy that trails. There we go. We'll get it out here. The fastest growing, longest lasting, truly trailing pansy. We got a couple of trays of those. So you've got the purple, you've got the yellow, you've got the blotch with the yellow and the rust, you've got a clear yellow, and then you have the beautiful blue with that little bit of that yellow center on that. So lots and lots of options. Let's go over here. So this morning when I came over to the nursery, you know, we're transitioning out of summer plantings and into fall plantings. And I went to Randy and I was like, all right, Randy, do you have a job for today? And she was like, no, I'm just, you know, whatever y'all need. And I was like, perfect. So Randy redid our containers over here with the fall plantings. So remember, y'all, work smarter, not harder. Look what she did, and I told her to. She left the soil in the container, took some of it out because she took the plants out, left some of the soil in there, and then just plopped that mum right down there. And you have to look really hard to know that that mum is not planted. Easy peasy, y'all. Do not make this hard. It is supposed to be a time, heaven knows, in the fall to enjoy this, and just don't work too hard, okay? So pop that mum in there, or don't even put it in there. And then on the next one, she used that Hinoki cypress. So So you can see she's got the Hinoki cypress. She put in Miss Huff lantana, the blue fortune agasaki, one of the cabbages, and then some of the violas. Beautiful, perfect, loved it. It is just awesome. And then she used red mums right here. So she did the red mums. Again, they're not planted. They're in their containers, and she nestled it down into the existing soil, added one of the grasses. I'm trying to think, this is probably fireworks. This would be fireworks. So this is a summer annual grass. So we've got the mums, we've got the fireworks grass, and then the yellow violas. Now the violas are planted. Violas are planted, and then she came back through with her land and sea, top dressed it, nice and pretty and clean, gorgeous, love it. And then over here, kind of that same thing, a nice big beautiful huge mum that it too is not planted. It is simply in the pot. Just to show you, boom, there you go. She still dressed it with a little land and sea around the edge so that if you were to look at it, it would look all nice and neat. Again, annual grasses, and then pansies right here. Notice that she did the same color of pansies in that pot. Jerry, I want you to show them how pretty those pansies are. It's a beautiful rose, a nice rich pink with that little bit of that yellow center. But here, not doing a mixed container, she chose that one color and planted it in mass. So there's not a right or a wrong way to do it. If you want to plant the same plant, a monoculture in mass, do that. Or if you want to go wild and have fun and put a little bit of everything in there, perennials, annuals.
It's kind of like the idea of taking those 3 pots over there, those 3 sizes of different pots we have.
Yeah.
And make a mono out of all 3.
Yeah.
And then you have all different colors. That's what you do.
Right, exactly. So what you're doing is, so what Jerry is saying is over here with these Michael Carr pots that we have over, so, and you can do it with, right, whatever pot that you have. Let's see, let me come over here where we can do this together. All right, so let's take the blue, because blue is just a very popular color. So here we've got, and there you can look at the green the same way, but you've got 3 different sizes of that same pot, right? So it's the same exact style, the green, whatever you want to do. The volcanics, you're choosing those 3 different sizes, different shapes, and you're planting each one. So you could plant this with just say yellow violas. You could plant this with something else, and this one as another one. But then when you group them together, they make a beautiful mixed arrangement together. My mama is famous for doing that, and it is beautiful and stunning. And that way you can, if you're trying to plant, use plants that have different maybe water needs. You have one that needs to stay really dry. You have another one that's really thirsty. That way you can have them together in a mixed arrangement, but they're in their own pot, and you can address their needs as they come about. So lots of fun options. We've got, oh my gosh, we're not gonna go through. I really wanted to focus on the annuals today, but we have got loads of perennials and shrubs available for you. If you are planning any kind of garden project, it is go time. If you've not started planning that yet, you need to start planning. We would love to help you, because I know sometimes it can be quite overwhelming when you're trying to put a garden together, but we would love to help you with that. Or if you have your plan and you're ready to get those plants in the ground, of course we are here to help you in any way that we can. Had a sweet friend and customer, Maria, we've been working on, she wants to do a privacy hedge. So we've been going back and forth. She's finalized her plan, and she was like, okay, I need to order X, Y, and Z. And I was like, I'm on it. I got you, sister. So that is what we do, and we can help you in any way that you need to be helped. But as always, thanks so much for gardening with Creekside. We appreciate all your love and support. It is Friday afternoon. We're going to go home and put our feet up and have a nice cup of coffee. As always, we appreciate you. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye, friends.